Van Geitenbeek switches off to Bugs. Drives in with the layup. Early two for Little Paige Bugs. For 6 and field goals. Topella ended that. Deep shot taken by Van Geitenbeek. The crowd is on their feet. Van Geitenbeek shooting 35% on the three-point line. This ball's gonna be called out.
Has been the most fun to play in so far.
Gabby Elliott today at practice told us that she feels so at home with Molly Miller. Easy layup for Baylor. Baylor head coach Nikki Collins said, we cannot give up offensive rebounds. That's going to be our Achilles heel when it comes to the Sun Devils team. That one was good for Talia Scott. So 3 turnovers for Arizona State, just 1 for Baylor so far. Little Paige Bugs finding Johnson. All net from her.
And not let her get a shot off because she only had 2 seconds to release her shot.
Little Paige Bugs with the layup. The coach said she can really stretch the floor. She is a perimeter threat. Washington trying to beat out the pink jerseys. Blocked by Abraham, but it's recovered.
For defense, they are one of the best defenses in the Big 12 and in the country. They only hold teams to 23% shooting from the 3.
Fauntleroy. Sometimes our game day practices are harder than during the week. Nelms driving in with the layup. So 22 on the shot clock right now. Little Paige Bugs looking for a pink jersey. That's going to be Van Geitenbeek.
Finishing with their left hand, so hard to do.
Talia Scott going from deep. It's all net.
And then, of course, Talia Scott, what she does best, knocking down 3-pointers with a hand in her face. You can't give her that much room. She is such a great scorer, great shooter. She can score from anywhere around the court.
Gabby Elliott putting 2 on the board for the Sun Devils. Deep pass, Kirsten Johnson.
Specifically Baylor, they're coming out with way more energy, way more attacking the basket, sharing the ball, running the floor. Coming into the second half with 2 fouls, they need to be smart, not picking up third fouls, because that's going to take you out of the game.
Turned over, Van Geitenbeek been making big plays defensively. Out to Little Paige Bugs.
Second half, they're doing it on the offensive end. They're doing it on...
Johnson. Wide open in the paint. That was Markayla Johnson.
Talia Scott receives a pin down screen. Her defender falls down. She curls it tight, but the defender shifted over to guard her.
Finds Brackens over the Bears. Drives in. A defensive rebound. Baylor able to grab this one. So ball turned over. That was Van Geitenbeek. Coming in transition and making the layup.
They're doing it on the defensive end, starting with Van Geitenbeek's steal and the easy layup on the other end. Defense turning to offense for the Baylor Bears heading into this 4th quarter.
Back from Arizona State. They've only made 3 threes in this game. Talia Scott going for one right now.
Beaten a ranked opponent yet this year. So this would be huge for Arizona State, and especially in their net rankings. Playing on the road at Baylor. But also, Baylor needs to finish around the basket. Arizona State needs to finish around the basket. I think both teams are so tired right now because they are playing so hard.